First of all, congratulations for the graduates of the comedy course, and everybody supporting them, and we should pay a respect and put our hands together for this. Put your hands together. Excuse me, could you laugh a bit more loud and clear so that I can understand you? Good, thank you very much. My name is Mayumi Nobetsu, and welcome to my show. I know many of you said, wait a minute, I didn't come to see her show, I come to see Jason and Justin and all those people. No, I have a microphone here, and you are the captive audience, so welcome to my show. My name is Mayumi Nobetsu, I'm very funny. I was born and raised in Japan, and now I live in China town as a super minority Japanese resident there. But nobody has ever noticed that. Could be the light or could be my eyes. You all look exactly the same. Doing a stand-up comedy has been the long time dream of mine. I've always wanted to follow in the footsteps of the greatest Japanese stand-up comedians like Anyway, it's very difficult to do the stand-up comedy in a foreign language like English. I was year 12 in countryside of Kyushu. Kyushu is like a big southern island of Japan, like a Tasmania. Nobody cares.
It's a great place.
Yes, it is. Thank you. My classroom teacher, both Tasmania and Kyushu, and my classroom teacher, Mr. Kikuchi, asked me, "What do you want to do when you grow up?" And I said, well, I want to do a Monty Python. And he didn't understand. So I said, I want to do a comedy in English. And he laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed. Are you crazy? We're in the middle of a Kyushu. Nobody speaks English. All the teachers in the classroom, the teacher's room, laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed. That was my first stand-up. I've learned a lot of things through comedy, and I really want Mr. Kikuchi come and see. Hopefully he's sitting down in the back of this, the audience, the seats, so that I can showcase what I've gained as a knowledge and skill through these stand-up comedy things. Mr. Kikuchi, look at me and go fuck yourself! Thank you. Actually, I was brought up very traditionally in Japan, very strict father and mother. So I used to walk 3 steps behind a man, so that in case of a danger in front of me, I can simply push him to protect myself. And I also learned flower arrangement and traditional musical instrument and martial arts. So if anyone mess with me, I can still do the flowers and the music at the funeral. I don't like stereotypes. I really don't like stereotypes, especially when it's so true. I'm a woman, I'm Asian, and I drive a car. Get over it. But I can save a lot of money because, let's say you have to spend at least $300 to $400 on alcohol to drive like a way I do. I love driving, so I drive inside and outside of a Chinatown. And nowadays, a lot of fellow Australian people are not driving. They commute to city and go back by bicycle, like a China. So many people. So as a newcomer Australian, I have to greet the senior Australians going back home. Go back where you come from! Go home safely. Somehow I feel so good to greet those fellow Australians. Before I migrated to Australia, my mother told me, Mayumi, do in Australia as Australians do, but never forget to be polite and harmonious to the local people. So I started to eat the black tubey stuff you call the sushi. It's a shitty food. But I started to eat that. And I do barbie, every weekend in the Arvo. And also I drink a bottle of wine about 3 times a day. And I eat a Vegemite every morning, spread all over my steamed rice. Anyway, in Japanese and English, there's a lot of similar expression. Like in English, you say, eyes are the window to the soul, right? We have an expression going, eyes are the window of the mind. I hope you don't find me very narrow-minded person. I'm actually a very open-minded person. And also we have a saying like, if you give a man a fish, you can feed him for a day, right? And then if you teach him how to fish, blah, 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 yeah? We have a very similar one. If you give a Japanese man a fish, you can feed his entire family. But if you teach him how to fish, he will sail to the foreign seas and conduct scientific research. Wow, very educated, posh audiences. In some places, like, what is she talking about? Anyway, as Maury said, there's a lot of pronunciation here tonight, and I might mispronounce some of the word, but I hope you understand and forgive me. Before I migrate to Australia, I have to study English. It's very difficult because in school I have to learn English like lesson 1, a pen. Lesson 2, this is a pen. Lesson 3, that is a pen. Lesson 4, the pen is on the desk. Lesson 5, the pen is under the desk. Pen this, pen this, pen this, until almost the end of the textbook. So when I got here, by the way, I didn't come here by boat. I flew in with your national airline company, Qantas. That's what everybody say in Japan. Newspaper, the counter, it says Qantas Airline. Anyway, how do you spell burqa? Burqa? The Middle Eastern women's ninja warrior gear? That's burqa, K-U, ka. Okay, how do you spell Qantas Airline? So you're mispronouncing. Put you if you want to pronounce as a Qantas. Anyway, thank you. So when I just arrived to Australia, the immigration officer said, "How are you?" A pen. This is my pen. This is not your pen. So I'm very happy. Finally in Australia, I can say something like, "Hey, mate! What the fuck you think you're doing, mate? You're cutting the queue, mate! Now go back to the end of the line, bitch!" To an old person from China. Anyway, my mother told me, do in Australia as Australians do. So I used to walk in the Chinatown and this Burke Street. I went to Burke Street, and then this very tall Aussie bogan, he looked at me, and he said, "Hey, Asian pussy." So I stopped, and I remember my mother. So I look at him and say, "Hello, Aussie prick," to come out as a polite, harmonious greeting. done in Australia as Australians do. Now, before I go, I'd like to perform this traditional musical instrument called the shamisen. It's a 3-strong Japanese guitar that usually the geisha girl play. I want to perform this one before I go. Hope you enjoy this one. I got a pressure on me from you to be an Aussie, to drink and spew. Your eyes are under green and sometimes red. I only fuck you when there's no one else in bed. I cut your picture into a million pieces all on myself. I need a samurai sword to cut you in half so I can look at you from inside as well. Turning up and turning down and turning in and turning around and turning to Aussie. I think I'm turning to Aussie. I really think so. But I like turning to Aussie. I think I'm turning to Aussie. I really think so. Ta! Meat pies, phobia, fast cars, hot sun, hell sun, for my views, no wonder I'm in the dark. Everyone's around me's a total wanker. Everyone avoids me like a council ranger. Everyone